Good evening, welcome back. This is part 2 of the introduction video, and in part 2 of the introduction video to Miss McCreary's School for Adults Who Have Forgotten the Basics, it's going to be covering why it is important to correct people's grammar, and then the two different kinds of grammatical errors. The ones we do on purpose because we're trying to be funny, it makes our status sound good, and the ones that we don't do on purpose that shows that we lack somewhere and our grammatical understanding. So we're going to go over both of them. Now, first thing I'm going to say is chill out. Stop being so angry all the time or upset anytime somebody calls you out on something. Think about it like this. If they didn't call you out, how would you know? Sidebar. I did my eyebrows for this video. It was a little struggle in the last video. Now I can do stuff like this and make all these kind of faces. Anyway, how would you know if they didn't call you out on your grammar? How would you know? How would you know that you even made a mistake? Because when you posted it, you didn't know. So how would you know? Would you rather just go through life posting it and people secretly talking about you behind your back? Look at her. Look at her. She don't even understand the difference between the two there. It's like directional and person. Like, wow, yo really wasn't paying attention in school. Would you rather people do that? Or would you rather somebody be like, you used the wrong there? You could be like, oops, my bad. Edit your status and fix it. We got to get away from this whole anytime somebody say something to us or anytime somebody call us out about our wrongdoing, we ready to fight. We so mad. It's World War III. We got to get away from that. That's first of all. So yes, people should correct your grammar. Why? Because we should all be literate adults. 1. 2, the English language is the hardest language. Ask my deaf students. It's a struggle for us every day. So it's the hardest language out of all the languages to learn because it is so complex, because it is so ridiculous, because you have multiple meaning words, homophones, homonyms, homonyms, synonyms. You have all of that stuff, irregular verbs, helping verbs. You have all of that combined into one language. So it's the hardest language. So of course you're going to make mistakes. Of course you're going to forget things. I make mistakes. I forget things. I'm not perfect. I'm simply trying to be part of the solution. So while I'm helping you, help me. Because my students help me all the time. Now, when we get into the two different kinds of grammatical errors that we do online, when we're posting on our Facebook, our Instagram, our Snapchat, our Twitter with our friends, and somebody makes a post like, it's me posting, somebody makes a post and they're like, wow, y'all really be out here not washing y'all feet? I don't like that. I-O-N-T. Now we know that "aunt" is not a word. The person who posted it knows that "aunt" is not a word. That's not the grammatical errors that we're going to be discussing here, because that's on purpose. That's to be funny. That's actually funny. She said "aunt." That's not what's going to be going down here. I'm referring to the grammatical errors like, me and my friends is going to the movies today. You and your friends is. Like when you say that, it doesn't even feel right coming out your mouth, but somehow it makes it onto the status and it's out there for the world to see, for adults to see, for kids to see who are currently in school writing papers, for teachers like Miss McCreary. It's for everybody to see that you put is instead of are. Now that's a grammatical error that you didn't realize that you were making. You thought that it was okay. You thought that that's what goes in that sentence. And that's the type of stuff that we're going to dissect and break down in Miss McCreary's School for Adults Who Forgot. Because like I said in my last video, you learned it, you know it, you were taught it, you forgot it. You learned it one time at one point in your life many, many years ago. You forgot it. I got you. You good. You good. It's just a refresher. Now that we've covered that, I'll see you tomorrow for lesson 1. McCreary out.